Hey Stampers, it's Judy Klock here. It's Tuesday, it's lunchtime. I'm not live. I wish I could, but it seems like lately I've got meetings and other things coming up on Tuesdays at lunch. So I think from here on in, I'm just going to do a pre-recorded at lunch for you so that we can still get together and I can still show you some really quick and easy projects. So yesterday I went to a networking session and I needed something to put my business cards in. I couldn't find my little metal container that I had for business cards. So I thought, well, I need to bring some, so let me whip something up really quick. So I came up with this really cute, easy little box. It's open, so I could very easily whip out my business cards and hand them out, but it still looked pretty. It wasn't like they were just hanging out loose in my purse or in my pocket or in like a little plastic baggie. So at least it looked professional, and for a paper crafter, I thought, oh, that looks pretty cute. And then I thought, you know, this would be a cute little table favor for your Easter table, or just a little something to have to hand off to somebody with like a little hostess gift. You could tuck those Reese's peanut butter eggs in here, or maybe like a Peeps bunny or something in here to just sit those on your Easter table, and they could be really cute. And I did this in green because that's kind of the color of my logo and stuff. But then I thought, well, for Easter, let's use our Flowering Fields DSP, and I did the pool party, which I think is a nice light spring color. So let me show you how I did this. So I started with a piece of our cardstock. This is hang on, let me get my measurements. I wrote them down and I forgot to bring them with me. That's what I get for not paying attention. Okay, so that is, the finished size is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So we started out, and these are 3/4 of an inch on each side. So we started out with the piece that's 3 3/4 inches wide by 6 1/2 inches long. Okay, so with the 3 3/4 piece at the top of your scoring tool, go ahead and score it at 3/4 of an inch and 3 inches. Then rotate it 90 degrees to the left, and you're going to score it at 3 3/4 and 4 1/2. So once you've got it all scored, we want to trim it from the edge up to those score lines, to those inner score lines. Okay, so we're going to just take our paper snips and we are going to just trim it. Now I also like to trim this middle piece. I like to kind of cut that on an angle so that when I fold it in, it will lay flat and be nice on the inside of my box. All right, then we're going to come here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to trim that from the edge up to that score line, and then we're just going to kind of come in here and angle these pieces. So sometimes I just like to make my holiday tables a little bit more festive, and I thought this is a really quick and easy thing to do. It literally, I was leaving at like 9. I had to leave by like 9:15 this morning, and I think I started this at like 9:10, and I think I left at like 9:17. So literally it went together really quickly. Okay, so here we go. I'm just folding it along all the score lines. Okay, now I'm going to fold in these 2 middle flaps. Those are going to fold in. Then I'm going to put glue on the inside of the 2 smaller flaps. So I'm just going to use some of our liquid glue, maybe, if there's any in here. Getting down, I got to open up a new one. And then I'm just going to fold it so that these little flaps stay on the inside, and these smaller flaps are going to fold over the outside of those larger flaps. Okay, I'm just going to hold it like that just for a few seconds. It doesn't take long for our liquid glue to set. It sets really quickly. While that's setting, I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm going to just kind of angle this. I'm going to cut from the edge up to the top. I'm not measuring it. I'm literally just eyeballing it. I just thought that made it look a little bit more finished. So you can see I didn't do it on my one this morning, but I can certainly come back and just kind of do that, or yesterday morning rather. Okay, so there we go. So there we have that. I'm just going to go ahead and add a piece of designer series paper, and then you can embellish it any way you want. If you're going to put it on your holiday table, you can certainly write happy, stamp a happy Easter and put that little tag on there. You can go ahead and let's add some ribbon to this. You can add some gems. You can really embellish it however you want. It's a very, literally quick and easy project. What did this take us? Maybe 3 minutes to do. I mean, granted, I had it already cut and scored, so that would have added some time. But, I mean, this is a 10-minute or less project. I guarantee 10 minutes or less. It's not going to take you hours upon hours. Tying the bow is probably going to be the longest part of this whole project. But I'm just going to tie it here. Again, if you don't have a reverse tweezer, love these for the craft room. They act as a third hand. It holds my little bow there while I go ahead and tie the rest of my ribbon into a bow. I don't know. Of course, because whenever you're doing a demo, it never ties nicely. Let's see. I like to fuss with my bows and get them to be just right. This is that organdy ribbon. It's not the greatest for tying bows, and I probably didn't leave it a long enough tail on it, but I think you get the idea. There we go. And that is our little lunchtime project for today. Just a quick little tiny display box. You can put anything you want. Like I said, I used mine to hold my business cards when I went to a networking session. You can put a piece of candy in there. Like I said, this is 3/4 of an inch wide. If you wanted to make it narrower, you could. Just remember that if you're going to make it narrower or wider, you need to make it wider lengthwise and widthwise because you want that all to match. And if you do add inches or diminish inches, you might have to adjust the size of the piece of paper that you cut. All right, that is it for this edition of Live at Lunch. I'm gonna have to come up with another name. Maybe Lunchtime Lessons, we'll come up with that or something. And that's it. I'll be here Thursday night at 7:30 with another demo. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.